Hey, GetFox here. So in today's video, I'm going to go through Diamond Dynasty for beginners. Basically, I'm going to explain each one of these tiles. We are currently in the Diamond Dynasty menu. I'm going to go through each one of these things across the top. You see how it goes from home, online, single player, my squad, collect, shop. Hopefully I didn't go through those too fast. We're going to go through each one of those, describe what goes in each one of them. I'm going to kind of give some beginner tips for where to start. That beginner tip is start in Conquest. We'll get more into that in a second. All right, so this home tab. There's a lot laid out like kind of Windows is now with a lot of these, tiles, as you call them. So Immortals. So all this stuff is repeated on a different page, I think, except for the roster update and daily matchup. Those stuff, don't worry about them right now. That won't happen until the season. Basically, they take cards, those live series cards, and they upgrade them based on how they play. They upgrade them, downgrade them based on how they're playing through the season. So forget that for right now. These three are repeated somewhere else. This Immortals tab, it'll just take you to programs. This one will take you to packs, and this one will take you to Conquest. All right, let's get past that. Online, second tab, Battle Royale. Basically, if you're coming from MUT or FUT, these are drafts. So this is, you draft a team, you play against other players. There's going to be a lot of good players playing this. This is a great, if you're an experienced player, way to make coins and cards. It might be going too fast for some people. I'll try and slow down my speech. All right, so Battle Royale, draft, compete, dominate. It's exactly what it says. You got to go 12-0 to get the best rewards. So it's 12 wins, a little bit more than MUT. Ranked seasons is basically head-to-head online. That you take your team that you assemble in Diamond Dynasty, you take it in battle against other players. So that's your team. So events, don't worry about events right now. Those will come in later. We're thinking maybe bronze events first, because I think those are early events because everybody's going to kind of have a bronze team. So bronze cards, maybe get some good bronze cards right now. Play with friends. You can play head-to-head against friends. Same thing you offered in MUT. Casual mode, this is not offered in MUT, which is kind of cool. Basically a casual mode to play that's not a ranked season, so it's a little bit less. There's no pressure in here. You won't go up and down in rankings based on that. And then the standings, basically where it's your head-to-head ranking. Exactly, you'll see that same thing in MUT. So it's an exact replica of just shows your record. I guess I can go in there. Current season, the record is 3-4. I guess I got disconnected a couple times. 3-4. I haven't lost 4 games. I think whatever. Disconnects kind of hurt lately. So servers are kind of funky. Anyways, single player, Conquest. So Conquest is where you want to start as a beginner. I'm still a little bugged about that record right there. I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. Conquest. So you go into Conquest. Basically, it's a large map. This one's near the end of the second time through. To finish all the missions. We'll get into the missions in a second. Basically, this is like a game of war. You go around, dominate these other strongholds. Then you try and take them over and finish off the map. So you play games. It's a good idea to just dominate the board first and then play the games at the end. It's kind of quicker, more efficient. You can play the games as you're going, but generally you don't want to do any of the steal fans. I mean, there's a ton of videos on Conquest out there. You can look at their tips. You don't want to do the steal fan stuff in the first Conquest. Actually, let's look at the... I want to look at the missions here for Conquest while we're in this, which is in a different category. We're kind of skipping forward. The Conquest, let's go right here. Conquest and Conquest Extreme. Extreme is going to be a little bit, you'll do Conquest first. You're going to get all these cards here for just finishing on Conquest, for getting some of the missions done. And then I talk about missions. Every time you're on a reward screen, there will be missions up top. So look at the L1, R1. So the rewards I'm looking at right now, you progress through these rewards, you get them as you unlock missions. So as you complete more missions, you unlock the rewards on the other screen. Basically, you'll get used to seeing this as you play the game a little bit more. So it shows you what you need to do with the AL position players. This is kind of near the end of Conquest. Most of the other, maybe I'll do a rewards video. Most of the other missions are done. So conquer all team strongholds. It says conquer these certain teams and stuff. Then you get different rewards, so on and so forth, all the way down here. So anyway, so that's I have very few of these conquests left to do on regular. Then you get a Conquest Extreme. These ones I haven't unlocked though. There are images of what they are unlocked. High diamond. I think one is a 93. Is it the catcher that's a 93 from St. Louis? It's late. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Why can't I remember his name? Hall of Famer, Molina, Yadier Molina, yeah. So that's the reward up here. Great catcher for you if you can get the Conquest Extreme. But these missions though are pretty extreme. But I got to complete Conquest Part 1 to get to it. All right. So back to the single player. Conquest is where everybody tells you to go first. I think that's a good idea. Place versus CPU. These are play versus CPU. These are used to grind for again these programs that we'll get to once we get to the program menu. let's see, extra innings. So this isn't, I mean, this is okay. I wouldn't do the extra innings though, because these are like creative players. These don't really count. These are creative teams. I wouldn't do extra innings. I'd just do the conquest and play versus CPU if you're playing single player, because you can get stats counted this way for different programs. All right, manage squad. This is basically your squad screen. So all of these guys are for. Oh wow, I got Vita sold to me. Nice. I had an order up for him for a while. So basically, this is your team, your rotation here. So your starting pitchers, your lineup, your bench, and your bullpen. Your bullpen and your relievers. So up here, do you see around the top portion right here, relief pitchers, closing pitchers. Here's your creative player. So I got a Jimmy Fox I'm role playing. I got to fix his face up, but I'm role playing a 1920s first baseman, Jimmy Fox, for obvious reasons. None that you'll know ever. Customized team with basically your uniforms. You customize your creative player. My Jimmy Fox. You can create. You can edit the creative player. Equip items on him. Equip that they help out with your contact, fielding, power, all that, and so on and so forth. Your statistics for each one of your players. Basically, they keep your stats. Unfortunately, they don't separate online from offline stats. They didn't last year. It's kind of one of our feedback issues. They didn't. Here's the game history. Basically, all the games you play here are under the game history. So there's the squad managing screen. Let me know if you have any questions on any of that, including that. All right, programs. Basically, this is what you're going to be grinding for the cards. The end game cards are right here, these immortals. These are really nice to look at, but you will not be touching these for months. These are what you're going to grind for. These are the guys. I would pick out a player that you want and specifically grind his program. So say you want Babe Ruth. These are the rewards for him. You got to go through the missions to get him. So I don't have many of the missions done. I've been working, obviously, on his lower missions. But basically what happens with this Babe Ruth card, you got to get the Billy Williams program souvenir. You're like, who's Billy Williams? Who the heck is that? Billy Williams here, left fielder. So now how do you get Billy Williams? You click on his. You go right R1 to missions. You got to get the Seth Smith program souvenir. I've already Ryan Rayburn and Chris Heisey is done. So I just need the Seth Smith. I can't speak. And so you can get the different missions done for him, then to move on to Babe. Babe will not be able to be done because this number 2 program souvenir hasn't been released by SDS or San Diego Studios, the developer of the game. So that's to come. So you can't do that, Ruth, until that comes. But you can keep working towards it and then just finish it off when that is actually put out. So these immortals, the only immortal out in the game right now is the set completion immortal. This live series collector, Vladimir Guerrero. I am not there. I haven't collected any teams. I do not know if this is something I'm going to do. I was thinking about dropping, I think it's like $2,000 to $3,000. I was borderline if I wanted to do that to get that Vlad to get a video out for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you want me to drop $2,000 to $3,000. I actually don't know if you guys' opinions will sway me on this one, but we'll see. I don't know. I am a slut for peer pressure. So all these other programs, these are what you're grinding towards. So basically what you want to do is look into these, what you want to go for, look into their missions, and then just see how on the come up, how you want to do these things, how you're going to be able to get them. So like where it says Rookie Utley hits, look over it. So you got to claim this Rookie Utley. See how it says that R? You see there's an R up there by right underneath the 72. That's a rookie card. This one's a veteran form. This one's an all-star, not form, but all-star card, veteran, rookie. So you kind of see it by the different items underneath the overalls. It's a little complicated, something to remember, but veteran, all-star, rookie. You can see it by those letters. And then you just look through the missions. All right, so now to the collectors. I wouldn't ignore the collections for now. There's some of them that you could do kind of easy. If you got coins, if you put money into the game, you could do a couple of these collectors. I don't think you should do them off the bat, though. You can get decent cards like through like rewards and stuff. But I don't think you should, if you're not spending money on the game, don't really look at these right away. You can maybe look at them just for curiosity's sakes. Here's your created player. Again, this is done through missions. So got to get more stats for my 75 overall created player. So there's got to play some innings with him. I've already got him up 2 levels already playing missions with him. This is Conquest we talked about. And the catchers, these, like I said before, these catchers are feeding, or in the first baseman, these are feeding into the career arc players, and these career arc players are feeding into the immortals. So you got to do these, each one of these positions. It's kind of like a pyramid. It's a big old pyramid scheme here. You're building the base blocks of these terrible players, and then you're just building it up to the better players through the career arcs, and then all the way up to the mortals, the greatest guys to ever play the game. So let's go back up. So the closing pitchers. So here are all the positions. So that's all of the sets that we went through. Then there's time sets. Of course, these are just kind of like random missions to do as the day comes on. But already got that to 100%. So I don't need to do the mission after that. April's to come, 5 days till that opens up for us. All right, so those are the programs right there. You also get daily missions. I don't know why I'm still getting a tutorial. That's still a bug. Basically, if you score 4 runs with Cleveland Indian players, you get a few packs. You get some collectible packs by doing these daily missions. So go ahead and get the dailies done. Look for, if you have time, if you can. The dailies are less important than actually grinding the programs, in my opinion, although they are nice bonuses if you're really into it. The exchange, these you can exchange silver players to gold players, bronze to silver, and commons to bronze players. They're decent. I talked about it in my market. If you're looking to make stubs, check out my market video. I talked about how to make stubs at the community market and then using the exchange just a little bit. So ticket counter. Tickets are something. So there are stubs and tickets as a form of currency in this game. Tickets are earned through like completing sets. Did I say sex? Completing sex with the female gender. But no, tickets are earned through completing sets and completing missions. And then you're able to take those tickets and buy these players at certain levels. So right now, these players are not worth it. Hold your tickets. Hold as long as you can. And wait until better players come out. Then purchase actual good players. These are all trash. Don't get them. So pass on those tickets for now. But keep stacking the tickets and hoard them because it's hard to come by them later in the year. All right, my inventory. Basically, everything you own, your collection. This is different than your lineup screen because your collection has everything you own in it, but it's in a different like format than you can't put it into your lineup. But basically, you see every single card you have. It's sorted by team, as you can see on the upper left. So you got different teams here. And then like you can go from the live series, what we currently have, to the flashback, which are kind of older players that have like retired and stuff, or just flashbacks to earlier cards of theirs, like rookies. Like who's a current Robinson Cano. Like this Robinson Cano is his all-star form in 2010. He's currently on the Mariners, but he's not a Yankee, even though he's under the Yankees flashback set. So it's a lot like flashbacks and whatnot. All right, so that's your My Player collection. You're gonna be in there quite a bit to buy and sell cards and so on and so forth. My equipment. This is just, I don't know, equipment for your creative player. Like I got a bat that gets +6 power, +4 contact. My creative player. That's nice. That's really cool. But it's something you can probably ignore. Your souvenirs, this is going to be huge for sets. I actually pulled some of this stuff. Let's see how much this is going for. 600. Oh, that's not that good. A diamond signed Sanchez. All right, so basically on these things, so you can click X on them, and then you can view and market for every single card in your inventory. You can see how much they go for. So they're not going for a ton. I mean, 600 stubs is a little bit, but yeah, so you can look for autographs, programs, bobbleheads, apparel, tokens, icons, nameplates, and then you can like equip certain things. You can equip nameplates to show off to the people that you're playing against. Nameplates are in the upper right corner when you're going on head-to-head. They can see how well you've done. You see on the upper right corner, mine says the show 18. That's a nameplate right up there with the number of stubs I have. Yes, I have purchased stubs. All right. My sponsorships used in franchise, so ignore it if you're in Diamond Dynasty. This is a Diamond Dynasty breakdown. Stadiums, so these are places you'll pick before each one of your games where you want to play your part, where you want to play. Oh, we got a sheet. I remember pulling it, but I remember not even looking at it. All right, so Sheep Park's going for 2,900 stubs. If you don't ever want to play in Sheep Park, sell it on the market, keep the stubs. I mean, each one of these ballparks have different dimensions. Like there are some that are great to hit at, some that are great to pitch at. So it really depends on what you want to. What kind of missions you want to do, and you want to get a ballpark that matches that mission. Like, I would say Coors Field is great to hit at for like triples and stuff, wide open area. Another great one to hit at are some of these classic stadiums. I think, whereas the Polo Grounds has got a deep center field, but a short down the sides. Forbes Field is huge. It's the old Pirates Stadium or Pittsburgh Stadium, and it's basically huge to match. It's easy for triples because it's so big. All right, my packs, again, just another way of funneling you to the pack screen. Here's how you open them. These are some of the conquest rewards. I'll wait a second before we open all those and show them off. Again, here's another pack. So my inventory's got packs on it, just so you can also see packs here. So this is the market. This is the last tab we want to go through. Community market is how you buy and sell. Just go, again, this is very similar to what you just saw on your lineup, but this is the market type 6 breakdown. So it's similar looking, but completely different things underneath. So underneath this, you get the Vita Blue, the Trout. You saw me I had a buy order for that Vita Blue. The Mike Trout, the Kershaw. So this is where you buy players. If you hit square, you can bring up filters. You can filter by position here. You can toggle it off. You can filter by overall, toggle it off. Your price and so on. It sets, flashback, legend, turn it off. So there you go. So different ways of filtering. There's the market. Generally, you want to look at say lower overalls, I don't know, silvers, 79 up. This is the silver price. Then you can filter by hitting R2. You can go there, and if you hit X, then you hit the buy sell options. You can see how much you can buy it for right now at 835. How much you can sell it for right now. You can put in an order for people to sell you it, and so if you want to put in an order. If you want to buy something, if you want to put an order, if you want to buy something but not pay $8.35, you'd rather pay like $6.42, you create a buy order and then you type in $6.42. So it's basically you're clicking on the column on the left to put a order in on the right. And the same thing, you're clicking on the column on the right to put an order in for the left. It's a little bit backwards, but it's just kind of how it has to work with buying and selling on this kind of market. So basically, I talked about this in my MUT video. MUT, we only have the left column. Or, sorry, not my MUT video, but my market video. MUT, we only have this left column. In Diamond Dynasty, we have both the left and the right column. So that's the difference between the two. I prefer this version of it. Makes it a more fair market, in my opinion. And again, you can buy stadiums for it. And this is all something, if you only go to MLB cards every time, you can just hit R1 to go to equipment, sponsorship, stadiums, souvenirs. So you don't have to actually go filter down to this. You can just hit this and then R1 and to switch over. All right, so that's the community market. And here, packs and stubs. You buy stubs from the PlayStation Store. So you just click on this, buy the stubs if you have money on your account on the PlayStation. Packs, here you go, buy or open packs. You can buy packs from for different stub amounts. 50 packs, it's 1,000 stubs per pack. Right now, packs aren't terrible, but I think more packs will be coming as the year, and pack value, as just like in MUT, pack value will go down as the year progresses because people keep ripping packs until they're no longer worth it. So more packs that we put in the store as the season goes along, special promotions and stuff. But that is the breakdown. I guess it went a little bit long, 17 minutes or so. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I helped familiarize you with Diamond Dynasty and kind of showing you what all's in the mode. I think the biggest thing is just being overwhelmed early with the programs and what to go at. Basically, what you have to do is nobody's going to hold your hand. The game isn't going to teach you or get you through this. Pick these guys early to do their missions and try and get. I mean, you're going to have to exchange catches. It's a lot easier if you put money into the coins into the game or money to get stubs. But basically, after Conquest, get on these player missions to build up for better players. So yes, once again, Conquest first and move along. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.